Okay, y'all, so we're doing our video a little late this week. Sorry about that, but we're gonna be focusing on this Mojo Monday. It's number 401. It was done on June 8th of 2015, and the sketch was by Julie Tillman. And I'm just laying out some of my ideas. I already have a lot of stuff pre-cut, but I wanted to do my stamping on camera. The only problem was I didn't realize my camera was back as far as it was. So my first stamping that you're looking at right here, which is the sentiment, is slightly off camera. But I realize it when I go to do, I believe, the flower, that I was in the wrong spot for it, and I do wind up moving it. So just bear with me. Alright. So what I'm using is a stamp set from a card, or I would say it's a group kit from Scrapbooking with Me Boutique. They have kits each month, and you can even join what they call the kit club. So you would get your kit earlier than everybody else because you would pay for it the month before, so that way you would get your kit by the first week of the next month. So I think it's like the first week, 2 weeks, something like that. But anyway, this is from the June kit, and I just stamped the flower. And I decided that after I stamped the flower, I was going to color it in with my Zig markers, which are also in the boutique now, so you guys can, you know, go over there and check those out. These are really great because they work as markers, or you can even use them as a watercolor medium. So right now what I'm doing is just using it kind of like a marker. I'm just coloring in my area, the thing that I want, you know, colored in. I didn't realize it. I chose a pretty dark green, so I didn't blend or do anything with that. I just colored it in. But for my pinks, I decided to use, it's probably my go-to pink, which is this one right here is more like a hot pink. But I have this one that has a little bit more of a purple tint to it, and the reason why I was using it is because I wanted it in the darker area. So like for the inside shadow, I wanted to use that little bit darker pink, and then with my lighter pink I'm going along the edge to blend it out, because they work similar in the idea of what Copics and your Spectrum Noirs, you know, how they work. And then all I'm doing is just in certain spots I'm adding the little bit of the darker pink and then going over or blending with the lighter pink. Then I grabbed an orange one for the center pieces of the flower, and it really was, it's pretty, it could be done. But I was thinking I wanted to do a little bit of an outline with the gray. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll even use a little bit of a blue color, which I could have done. I could have done like a light teal or, you know, sky blue to just go around the edge. And all it does is give dimension. If you watch a lot of the ladies, some of the ladies that have been doing this for over 10 years or more, a lot of them will use this technique, and it just makes the image that they colored in pop off the screen, or off the page, excuse me. So now that that's colored in, we're gonna go ahead and kind of start putting it together. So I just attach this to a pink border, and then it's going to sit on top of my base card or pattern paper, which has teal in it. And then the back side of this paper is the brown pattern on the right hand side. And to create that small section that you saw on the sketch itself, I decided to use the back side. It works out, it helps out. Now in the kit there was pewter foil and a Nuvo glue pen, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to attempt to use the glue with the foil, but right here what I'm doing is I have a 1/2 inch strip of paper, I'm laying down some score tape, and then I'm just trimming up so that way everything is pretty even as best as possible. And then I'm gonna peel off the protective backer after I cut and make sure I have enough, of the foil to cover it. I'm telling you guys, if you don't have any of this thermal foil, the deco foil, you need to get some, because even if you don't have a laminator, if you don't use the toner or the laser toner to use as far as the laminator, Lord, the words are just falling on my head. All you need is tape and glue, because it'll still stick to those items. So all I did was rub it along my strip of score tape, and once you peel the sheet back, you have a beautiful accent of foil to go on top of your card. It could be great for an edge. I decided to add it just here where it looks like it would be like maybe ribbon or something like that, and then the sentiment would sit on top of it, and it just gives your card just a little pop of something. So to pop up the sentiment, I'm going to add some foam tape, which you can also get in the boutique. And I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to use. At first I was going to use this flower, and then I realized I've already colored in a flower. Why am I going to put another flower on top of it? So needless to say, I had to put it to the side. And I decided in the kit, so let me tell you the stuff that came in the kit real quick. We had the foil, the Mojo glue, wood veneers, there's some frames, a little cube of ink from Ranger, some specialty papers, and large ribbon. So in the package of wood veneers, there was a large heart, and I took the Mojo pen and I just put some ink along the wood grain. Here's the lesson I'm going to teach you. If you decide to do this, get you some white gesso and paint over the heart first. Let it dry. Then apply the glue. Let it dry. Because once the glue is dry, then you're going to do what I'm doing here, which is laying down your foil. You're going to rub it on top and then peel it off. See, without priming it first with the gesso, it left some holes and some of the wood was peeking through. And then when I tried to lay it down again, it was just a catastrophe. So I decided that instead of doing the foil, then I would just take some of my stickles in the, I think it's the pink taffeta, and put the stickles on top of it. Check out the Stickles album. I think we still have that up too. They do have the pink taffeta there, so you guys can get that from there too. That did not come in the kit. That's something that I got separate. We're at a different order. So I'm just trying to get this to squeeze open. For some reason, it didn't want to come out, so I had to trim down my the tip a little bit until I could get it to squeeze out. So while that's drying, because a big glob of glue came out, of course, but while that's drying, I decided to go ahead and finish putting the card together. So I'm putting my top piece onto a card base of pink paper that was 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And of course, I ran out of tape, so I'm just gonna re-put in my refill and then tape this to a standard A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I was trying to figure out how to pop up this heart. Mind you, I'm doing a video, it's not dry, and I'm trying to figure out how to get this piece of foam tape under the heart. So I cut a strip. When I go to try and place it under the heart, it's too long, too big. So I wind up trying to cut it down and put it on the two pieces on top of each other, and I placed the heart on top, which got me to the end of the video and enough time to be able to take some photos, which you're about to see. So there's the photo one more time, and there's the card. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you're liking these sketches. I mean, I'm in love with them. I love the fact that it takes a lot of the guessing game out. I like trying to pair different patterns, and I hope you guys are getting inspired by that as well. And I want you to please make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. And I will look forward to seeing you guys on our next video. I don't know exactly what the technique video is going to be about this week, but I'm sure we will think of something. Alright, you guys, take care.